The digital world offers immense potential, and even more so when it is accessible to all. These computers will enhance access to digital services to particularly digitally excluded communities, and including women, girls, persons with disabilities, and senior citizens. And I'm particularly proud of the UK government's focus on more disadvantaged communities. As we heard from our young MIT, I'm not sure if you're an undergraduate or a graduate, but there are challenges in a Mandera context when it comes to connectivity. So just the fact that this programme is focused on that county is one that reflects this priority that we have with Kenya around targeting those areas that are excluded. But then within that context, within Mandera, we will find communities and households that struggle to access these computers anyway. And I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge my own learning from Lawrence there in the corner and the importance of disability etiquette. I'm 1 meter 92 centimeters. I'm wearing, as I said, a slick blue suit from Milan. My wife is Italian. I could do with a new pair of shoes, but we'll come to that, they're black. And I'm wearing a red tie. But it's really great to be here with all of you, and thank you for such a powerful demonstration. Let me just set out the three main elements of this project. First, the project provides foundational digital literacy skills to farmers and other citizens to enable them to use digital tools and platforms to access and use information on markets, credit, insurance, and extension services, and in turn lead to increased productivity and improved livelihoods. Second, the project trains young people to acquire digital skills. We've got a target to reach 8,000 young people through this project, and so far over 6,000 have been trained, and in turn, as we heard from Grace, those young people are then cascading that to training over 150,000 community members. The follow-up training with community members aims to support access to at least 5 digital services, including the government's own digital services relevant to their respective needs. And the young people receive an incentive of 80 shillings for every citizen they support to access at least 5 digital services. So far, most of these results have come from Busia County, given some of the startup delays we faced in Mandera. But I've been told that Mandera is now picking up, and with thanks to the Deputy Governor and the county government's support, Mandera can reach its target of about 200,000 citizens by the end of March this year. Not long to go. So you will have to work fast and hard. And the donation of these computers, of course, will support with that effort. Third, through the UK Kenya Tech Hub and country-wide partners such as Eldo Hub, Plus Farm and Sote Hub, about 1,000 young people have been trained on agripreneurship, digital entrepreneurship, digital content creation and innovation. And the aim here is to create around 3,000 jobs. As I said, I'm particularly proud of the focus that this project has on persons with disabilities. And so far the project has trained over 160 deaf persons in using the mobile application that we saw earlier, and over 310 persons with visual impairment. As part of the wider digital access programme, we are working in 7 other countries, including Nakuru, Nairobi and Mombasa, implemented through the British Council, and Garissa, Wajir, Turkana and Elgeyo Marakwet through the Africa Centre for Women in Information Communications and Technology. And the UK government, in partnership with Mandera, the UK government's partnership with Mandera County is deep and enduring. Deputy Governor, we have worked with your county government across a broad range of shared priorities, including the Hunger Safety Net programme and on related health, nutrition and education programming, as well as the borderland security and wider resilience work to climatic shocks. Deputy Governor, we look forward to our continued collaboration and partnership with the County Government of Mandera. The digital world offers immense potential, and even more so when it is accessible to all. Let me also add a word of thanks to our partner organisation, KICTONET, playing a leading role on the implementation of the project, as well as the wider work to enhance the ecosystem and institutional strengthening of the artificial intelligence development in Kenya. And so it's really a great pleasure for me to join you all today in flagging off these computers bound for Mandera and ready to unleash the potential of young people and rural communities across the country. Asanteni sana.
As well in terms of connectivity. So what that means is that we might be physically very far from the rest of Kenya, but we are digitally with you everywhere, including here. So we receive the same services that we can receive in terms of digital networks here at KICTONET. I was watching NTV a few days ago, and I saw a number of farmers in Meru County using a program called virtual agronomists. And what they were saying is that these are just your typical peasant farmers. They were taking pictures of their plants and the soil, sending it to some number, and they are told what type of fertilizers they can get, how much yield they will get, and how much investment that's needed to make that kind of production, accurate production of their harvests. And really, that was something that was available to only very high-level farming communities. And this, we are talking about a very rural Kenyan community. And that is really what we have achieved with digital access in this country. We also have farmers in Mandera, by the way. It's not all livestock, so for your record. But another interesting one, and I really want to, Madam, excuse me, break the protocol, because we want to show the kind of people that this kind of program can churn out. There's a young man who dreamt a few years ago from my region, which is, in terms of digital, very disadvantaged. And he decided that we need to do some level of access to education for our people. Because English is really not our language, and people needed to understand math, understand science, understand what's going around them. And therefore he created an app that provided people with so many languages, and they could still study the normal school subjects without struggling to, first of all, learn English or Kiswahili. And I just want to, if he's here, Abdinur, are you here? Just 1 minute. I know it is against the protocol, but why I'm mentioning him and bringing him forward is that this program is going to give an opportunity to so many young men like him who can contribute in a very...
I'm education technologist and founder of MLUGA. Imagine walking into a classroom for the first time, and the only language you understand is your mother tongue. You know Somali, you know Maasai, you know Luo, but the language of instruction is English. The teacher is using, how do you want me to learn? How? And the research by UNESCO and all the organizations states that globally, 40% of learners don't access education in the language that they understand, the first language, their one. So what I did was, I translated the ECD curriculum into 19 Kenyan languages, approved by KICD. And through MLUGA, we were awarded by Africa Union as 10 most inspiring education technologies in Africa. We also represented Kenya through UK Kenya Tech Hub in London twice at Global EdTech Awards. Also in the US, in Miami at CIS comparative last year. And also I'm World Literacy Ambassador through MLUGA. And now we are serving more than 26 schools in northeastern Kenya. Thank you, Manawaziri. Just to add a little bit, I'm also the immediate former Secretary General of Association of Countrywide Innovation Hubs. Also an innovation judge, so I would like to recommend the work Mandera County is doing, and I'm going to support and work with you also to also give you access to the ecosystem. of innovation.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Abdul. So, the reason why I brought him forward is we want to create about 1,000 of Abdinurs from my region. 1,000. And you can imagine many things in the line of MLUA and other technologies and mobile apps that's provided by our youth and our young through opportunities like this will really be a game changer for regions that were initially considered one of the most undeveloped, most inaccessible areas like where we do come from.